Hello, this is Rob with the AIM Endurance Group. Wanted to take a few moments to go over the body measurement spreadsheet that we sent you. We're going to be using this spreadsheet throughout the year to measure the improvement of your lean muscle tissue and the removal of adipose tissue, the excess fat. Our goal with all of this, obviously, is to increase your strength to weight ratios. Okay, and by using these body measurements, it's going to kind of strip the emotion out of it and keep it specific. Either you're getting leaner and stronger, as evidenced by increased body measurements, or you're not. So there won't be any middle ground there. What I want you to think about is when you look at that spreadsheet, you'll notice that everything's evaluated on the left and the right side, and that's just for symmetry. It's to make you a more well-rounded and a more efficient athlete all the way around. The couple things that I wanted you to point out to you when you're doing your measurements. When you're measuring, you'll notice there's the one on the shoulders. I want to have you with your arms down. You're going to wrap the tape around your athlete's shoulders about 2 inches below the head of the humerus. It's going to just drape right around the arms. The second one that you're going to see there is going to be chest, and what I want you to do is make sure that the athlete raises his or her arms. Make sure that the tape goes right through the center of the chest. If you use the nipple line as a great middle part of the chest all the way around, and don't be afraid to snug it up a little bit tight. You don't want to choke them and you don't want to cut them off, but you also don't want to let it to be slack either. So that way your measurement's consistent each time. The next one that has an area that you need to pay close attention to is the belly button region. You need to make sure that the tape measurement is straight across on the belly. Sometimes it'll diagonally come down or whatever, and that'll distort your numbers. Make sure it's on a straight plane, both on the front and the back. The next one that we have on the spreadsheet is the hips, and what I want you to think about, if you'll tap your athlete at the side of the hips, it's where the hinge joint comes. It's the head of the femur inside the hip socket. Okay, you don't want to be below that joint. You don't want to be above it. You want to make sure it's right where the head of the femur is at, right where the hip swings from. Okay, not up on the tops of the hips where you would be able to put your hands, like if you're putting your belt on. It would be below that and a little bit laterally. Okay. The last two variables I want you to think about on the quadriceps, what we usually do is we do a pinky finger to thumb, which pretty much puts you in the middle of the quad. I want you to be thinking about that measurement, and then make sure that, again, that the tape measure is straight across the leg, not at an angle. Then when you come down to the calf, I want you to try to find the thickest part of the calf. Usually it's about 3 inches below the back of the kneecap. Again, make sure that the measurement is horizontal to the ground. Going back to the upper body, you'll notice that we do the bicep, the forearm, and the wrist. Believe it or not, the wrist is a very important variable for body fat analysis. But what I want you to think about is, again, draw it pretty tight. Okay? Around the forearm area, we're looking for about 1 inch below the elbow. And for bicep, we're looking for the dead center of the arm. Okay? Don't overcomplicate the measurement, your process. Don't complicate it. The key is just be consistent and make sure that you get both the left and the right side. It's spelled out there on your spreadsheet for you, so please take the time to do it correctly. Make sure you submit that data to us so that way we can get it up into your body analysis, into your athlete profile, and then that'll help us be able to serve you to make sure that your strength and conditioning programs are increasing your lean muscle tissue and your cardiovascular workouts are burning off the fat. So if you have any questions, feel free to email us. Thanks for watching.